Yeah, sometimes it's like newbies that show up.
Yeah, thanks guys. You know, everything's more interactive these days. I think they should start trying out some of these football games going on, you know. Referees get yellow flags for penalties, coaches get red ones for challenges. They should hand out brown ones to everyone in the crowd, just for all the bullshit that goes down. I mean, tickets to the game are so insanely expensive. They should give everyone a chance to actually have a say in the outcome in the game. Like, when Mark Sanchez lines up under center for the Jets, everyone just throws their bullshit flags. Maybe they'll actually let Tebow play someday, which would be pretty amazing. But have you guys seen these new condoms? It's pretty crazy. They're gigantic. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like they wrap around the whole nutsack and everything. Looks pretty comfy. But yeah, people keep telling me it does take big balls to get up here and do stand-up, and I believe them because I do feel my voice swell up a little bit more every time I do this. It's actually the reason I do it, just a little male enhancement. Maybe I can fit into one of these babies someday. But I don't know. For some reason they only come in black. I don't know what that's all about. But, yeah. I don't know. Do you guys want to pass this around? Take a look at that? Yeah? Cool. But no, that's just a piece of trash I found. I'm just kidding. That's what I do. I do comedy. But yeah, writing comedy is kind of like picking up trash off the street. You know, we just take bits and pieces here and there and try to recycle it into something worthwhile. But yeah, it's fun. Comedy's not a bad gig because you know, besides the whole big balls thing, this is actually the only time anyone ever listens to me, which is always fun. Yeah, I was at Eloy's a couple weeks ago, and they had the Thursday Night Football on TV. They didn't even bother to turn the damn thing down while I was doing my whole shtick. So, needless to say, that was probably the quietest night of stand-up I've ever done. Because, geez, what's more popular, me or football? Yeah, tough question there, but yeah, that just you know, us comics don't always get the love and attention that we need. So I do want to thank Cody's because this is the best crowd there is. So yeah, thanks everyone. No, seriously, you guys are great. Yeah, it's a good thing there's not a football game on tonight. Geez, 28-7. It is pretty hard to beat the Patriots in New England, I guess. But you might catch a comic talking to himself or writing down a bunch of shit, and it looks like they're working on jokes, but they're actually taking note of the people who aren't laughing and thinking of ways to get back at them later, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, our host Bob, he doesn't just like to use his taser on us comics that go on a little too long. He'll prod your ass awake with that thing, which is pretty exciting. So just pay attention, because that's going to make somebody laugh. Just not the guy riding around like Skywalker when he faced the Emperor, you know. Yeah, so now that we're all relaxed, and let's all just share a laugh, or die. Alright. Did you see the massive display of intoxication that happened in Washington last week? It was pretty crazy. They passed marijuana. Literally, yeah, they were just passing it around and toking it up in front of the Space Needle, which was pretty amazing. It made me think of that scene in Braveheart when he's like, freedom! It was great, but they also passed the whole gay marriage thing, and I guess those guys have a lot more restraint because there wasn't a lot of spontaneous anal happening all over the place, which would have been pretty festive. But yeah, geez, you know, pot shouldn't even be legal till you're in your 30s anyway, because you know, by then you're probably ready to settle down a little bit and start making responsible decisions, like doing stand-up. That's a good one, or getting married, which is a pretty tough decision because you have to take a serious look at another human being and ask yourself, can I really put up with this shit for the rest of my life? So just think twice about that, guys, before you hit Jared this Christmas. But Christmas is pretty stressful because really buying presents for everybody? Really? Damn. Well, happy holidays. I hope my family appreciates the fact that I went bankrupt buying presents for their asses this year. God, pass the eggnog, Dad. I need to catch a buzz before I take a look at my next bank statement. But what is Christmas without Christ? Well, you get MAS. M-A-S. What does that stand for? Me asking Santa for some shit, because Christmas is just a big gamble, you know, just putting all your money in and just hoping to break even on whatever you get back. So maybe those scratch-off tickets aren't such a bad gift idea. But good luck with that, guys. Merry Christmas. Thanks for coming out. Have a good night.
Growing noise? Comedy.